In our experiment, we staged distress scenarios in public spaces, observing who would stop to help. Hidden cameras captured genuine reactions, revealing insights into human compassion. The results were surprising, challenging our assumptions about who we choose to help and why, echoing the timeless lessons of the Good Samaritan parable. The parable of the Good Samaritan begins with a lawyer questioning Jesus about the definition of a neighbor. A man is attacked on the road from Jerusalem to Jericho. Religious leaders, a priest and a Levite, avoid him. However, a Samaritan, despite cultural animosity, compassionately aids the injured man, challenging societal norms. The parable redefines neighbor as anyone in need, urging compassion beyond proximity. It transcends social boundaries, challenging prejudice and demanding tangible action. This story forces self-reflection, confronting our biases and excuses. In a divided society, it asks if we're willing to help those we've been taught to avoid, highlighting the gap between ideals and actions. Our experiment tested modern compassion across diverse urban settings. We placed actors in visible distress, like dropping belongings or appearing lost, to observe public reactions. Hidden cameras documented these interactions, and follow-up interviews were conducted with both helpers and non-helpers. Ethical approval ensured the study's integrity and immediate disclosure to participants. In our first scenario, an actor dressed as a businessman collapses on a busy financial district sidewalk. Despite his distress, 27 people pass by without assisting. After 3 minutes and 42 seconds, a delivery worker finally intervenes, highlighting a troubling trend where personal schedules overshadow the urgency to help others in need. The bystander effect is driven by diffusion of responsibility, where individuals assume others will intervene. Pluralistic ignorance occurs when people look to others for cues, leading to inaction. Evaluation apprehension, or fear of misjudgment, and ambiguity of emergencies further deter intervention. Our experiment confirmed these factors, with many citing uncertainty and reliance on others as reasons for not helping. In our staged scenario, a middle-aged woman of color struggled with torn grocery bags at a busy intersection. Over 40 people passed by without assisting. Surprisingly, a teenager with headphones stopped to help, driven by family values rather than social cues. This highlights how personal upbringing can override societal conditioning in helping behaviors. Our findings show stark disparities in who receives help based on appearance. Elderly individuals were assisted swiftly, while those appearing homeless waited nearly 4 times longer. Over 2/3 of the latter group received no help within 15 minutes, highlighting societal biases in determining who deserves compassion and assistance. In our experiment, a homeless man in distress was largely ignored, with 143 people passing by. It took over 11 minutes for a nurse to intervene, highlighting societal biases. Despite verbal pleas, the response was significantly delayed compared to a businessman scenario, underscoring how appearance influences perceptions of deservingness and urgency in receiving help. Neuroimaging reveals our brains process pain differently based on perceived similarity, rooted in tribal evolution. This in-group preference leads us to prioritize those we identify with, making rapid judgments about deservingness. The Good Samaritan parable challenges these instincts, urging universal compassion. Compassion fatigue, common in urban settings, further complicates our empathetic responses. In our lost child scenario, a child actor appeared distressed in a shopping mall. The average response time was 43 seconds, with 91% of helpers being middle-aged or older women. This rapid response, driven by personal identification with the child, highlights how vulnerability can override the bystander effect, especially among those with parenting or grandparenting experience. Our findings reveal intriguing patterns in helping behavior. Visibility increases aid as people feel observed. Uncomfortable weather reduces willingness to help, while phone use creates a compassion barrier. Interestingly, individuals alone are more likely to assist than those in groups. These factors highlight how context shapes our compassionate responses. Our study identified modern Samaritans who consistently defied the bystander effect. These individuals, diverse in background, shared a unique, compassionate alertness. This trait involved heightened environmental awareness and a readiness to alter their routines to help others, regardless of personal inconvenience. Helpers exhibited situational awareness, noticing details, and staying present. They scored high in psychological safety, feeling secure and confident in social settings. A time abundance mindset was common, with less time pressure. Empathic concern was evident, with high empathy and perspective taking. Many cited formative experiences teaching the value of helping others. Personal experiences significantly influence compassionate actions. 73% of helpers had faced similar struggles, 82% remembered receiving help, and 91% were taught to assist others. Those who experienced homelessness or were newcomers were more likely to help in related scenarios, highlighting the impact of shared experiences and gratitude on helping behavior. In our fifth scenario, a foreign tourist actor struggled with a map in various neighborhoods. The tourist district offered the fastest help, averaging 2 minutes 12 seconds, primarily from other tourists and service workers. In contrast, the business district had the longest wait, 8 minutes 47 seconds, as people seemed too busy to assist. Research indicates that compassion can be nurtured from a young age. Schools with explicit compassion training report higher prosocial behavior. Regular volunteering normalizes helping, while exposure to personal stories enhances empathy. These findings suggest that educational programs and personal experiences can significantly boost compassionate actions in society. Time poverty often prevents helping behaviors, as individuals feel too busy to intervene. Safety concerns, especially among women, also deter assistance due to fear of scams or danger. Additionally, compassion fatigue in urban areas leads to emotional numbness, making it challenging to sustain empathy amidst constant need. Balancing self-protection and compassion is crucial in these environments. Breaking the bystander effect starts with situational awareness. Look up from devices and notice your surroundings. Build time margins to allow for unexpected helping opportunities. Be the first to act, as your initiative encourages others. Cultivate a compassion story by recalling when strangers helped you, reinforcing a self-identity as a helper. Expanding our circle of concern challenges us to redefine who we consider our neighbor. By cultivating awareness, we notice those society often ignores. Practicing small acts of kindness builds our compassion muscles. Creating communities of compassion inspires others. Our experiment shows that compassion transcends boundaries, reminding us that helping others is a fundamental human trait.